everyone, welcome back to our channel, Rebecca, Stu, and the crew.
I'm here with Arianna today, and we're going to show you how to make some different inexpensive style pillows for your holiday season. Pillows can cost anywhere from $25 and up, but with a little bit of creativity and some inexpensive items from the store, we can show you how to make some really cute holiday pillows at just a fraction of the cost. Let's get started.
Today we're going to be making this pillow from a simple placemat you can find at the Dollar Tree. These are the supplies that you will need to complete this project. The first thing we're going to do is rip the seam on the placemat so we can open it up later to do the stuffing after we've applied our stencil and glitter. You just need a hole big enough to stick your hand in to put the stuffing in. Next, pick your stencil and trace it out on the freezer paper. Make sure your freezer paper has the plastic coating on the back so that when you iron it to the placemat, it will stick. Also, make sure that you draw with the shiny side down. Now that you've finished tracing your stencil, remove it from the freezer paper and cut it out with an X-Acto knife. You can choose an easier stencil. I just chose this one because I thought it would look really pretty. Now that the stencil is completely cut out, we're going to put it with the shiny side down against our placemat. But first I wanted to find the center of the placemat. I did this by folding it in half and then folding it in half again and then marking the center point with a gold marker. I thought I would use the gold marker since it had some gold ribbing in it, it would match. I also found the center of my stencil by doing the same thing. I folded it in fours and then found the center point. Now I want to match the dots up together so that I know that my stencil is going to be perfectly centered on the pillow. Now you just use a warm iron with no steam and very carefully around the letters push down with your iron and the freezer paper will stick. And what's great about this freezer paper is later on it peels off and it really has a nice seal. So when you put your glitter on, you don't get it underneath of it. So now using some Modge Podge, I just put a little bit in a dish and then I pour in my ultra fine glitter. I found this glitter at Hobby Lobby, but you can also get it at Walmart. Using my sponge brush, I'm just going to brush on the Modge Podge with the glitter mixture. At first, it doesn't really look like there's a lot of glitter in it, but once it starts to dry, you can really see the difference. So I more dab than rub because I didn't want to get it underneath of the paper or the stencil. I wasn't sure how well it would stick because this is the first time I've ever done a project like this. But it stuck really well. And now I'm just removing the freezer paper. It was a little bit more difficult to remove around the letters, so I did use my X-Acto knife to help kind of pick out the little centers of the letter, and it worked out really well. And I did let my Modge Podge dry overnight. Since I used a holly berry stencil, I decided to use some red glitter glue that I found at Dollar Tree just to dab onto the berries to help add a little bit more color. So I let this glitter glue dry for a few hours, and then it was time to stuff the pillow. So using some polyfill that I found at Walmart, I'm just going to go back to that hole that I made earlier with the seam ripper. And I just stuffed the pillow, making sure to get the polyfill down in the corners. And I just stuffed it as full as I wanted it. You can make yours as firm or as soft as you want. Now that I have the pillow stuffed, I'm just going to seal up this little edge right here with my hot glue gun. I made sure I was really careful to line it up so it looked really even. You can't even tell. And this is Bentley showing off our pillow, and this is Midnight. Our second pillow is made the same way, except we used silver glitter and a foam snowflake from Dollar Tree to trace to make our stencil. We also used a blue placemat. We mixed the Mod Podge and glitter the same way and just rubbed it on with a sponge brush. After a few hours of drying, it was ready to peel. We decided to add a few more embellishments of snowflakes using our silver puffy paint. We stuffed the pillow and glued it closed. For our third holiday pillow, we made a pillow sham using 2 placemats from Dollar Tree. What we did is we turned them inside out and glued them together along the seams, folding over the edge so we would have a nice seam on the outside of the pillow. Now we just switch it from inside out to the right side, smooth it out, and stuff it with our pillow we purchased from Walmart. That was about $3.50. It's travel size. We just fix all the edges, smooth it out, and then stuff our pillow, and then we attached our ribbon to the edges so we could tie our pillow sham closed. And for our fourth and final pillow, we used a chair cover that we found at Dollar Tree that looks like a Santa hat. First, we made a holly stencil and cut it out, and we ironed on our freezer paper just like we have for the first 2 pillows that we made. And then we used some green and red paint to paint on the berries. Then we used a little bit of glitter glue to trace the outside of our holly once it had dried. This gave it a nice outline and helped it to stand out. This is also a pillow sham, so all we did when we were through with the outlining and waiting for everything to dry is stuff our pillow with the travel pillow we found at Walmart for $3.50. Then we added our ribbon to the edges, tied it closed, and it was ready to display. And here are our finished pillows. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.